Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Africa Hospitality Investment Forum podcast, the AHIF podcast, that looks to spread a little insight into everything investment wise into the African continent. I'm here today with Stephan Sebah, the Vice President of Development of the Golden Tulip brand in Afrique, Francophone Africa, and also East Africa. So, welcome, Stefan.
Thank you. Thank you,
Now,
Matthew.
for many in the network, I think you'll be a relatively new face by all accounts, and certainly a new face to Louvre itself. So, why don't you explain initially a little bit about your history and how you've come to work for the operator?
Sure. I've been working for more than 20 years in the financial market. Um, I had different focus and different job in the financial area. I was an investment advisor for several years in London, uh, specialized in financial analysis, risk management, and investment strategies. I've been on the market trading as well, different products. And after several years, I wanted to uh, develop and more be focused on different things. So I went to in being in charge of developing the brand of Golden Tulip in Africa in sub-Saharan countries and in East Africa. I joined the company 3 months ago now, and I expect to expand the portfolio and the trend uh, for a long time.
How do you think? This isn't a job interview, by the way. But how do you think that experience will help the position?
All those skills can be applied to hospitality industry, I believe. Um, the investment process is very important when you talk to investors. They're looking for returns on investment. Every investors are very keen to understand the product that they're buying or building, and I will probably the link between the partnership of the industry, the hospitality industry, and the financial world. That's my belief.
Okay, and you're obviously coming in specifically to help the Golden Tulip brand within Africa. What's the current state, I guess, of the brand in Africa? How many rooms do you have? Where are they? Are there any particular regions that you fare well in?
We are currently running 11 hotels in Africa. It's about 900 rooms. Basically, currently we have major hotels are in East Africa, between Ethiopia down to Tanzania. We have hotels in the West Coast as well, in
Okay.
Benin, in Cotonou, and that's in total. So that's 11 hotels, and we are currently have four hotels under constructions, which will open. Let's be around 2024 and 25. And we are currently with a lot of discussions in a pipe with around 5 or 6 different hotels, which could be signed this year by the end of the year. So I need
So
a few months.
what would that leave in total for a sort of pipeline for the next few years?
For the next months, let's talk in months.
Okay.
For the next months, let's in a positive manner, we will sign around at least five hotels. So we expect to grow rapidly the brand and surely, and we try to implement like more than partnership with the investors, and we want to be part of this continent, which is a very gross uh, country continent. I mean,
Um, for those that don't know the Golden Tulip brand, how would you explain it? Explain the proposition? What is it? Where's the customer coming from for such a brand, and why is it so good specifically for the African continent?
Golden Tulip is a very old brand uh, coming from Holland, and it was basically the brand of KLM. And in 2015, the Louvre Hotel took the Golden Tulip brand, and we since that time trying to improve the brand itself and try to expand the number of hotels of Golden Tulip. The Golden Tulip brand is more for business travelers in Africa. I mean, is for more of business travelers.
Yeah.
Around the world, we have like leisures, hotels on different areas, and though this brand is very well known in Europe, and it's being now and for sure being known everywhere, and that's the future for this brand.
And that future, then, where does this lead you in the next 5 years? What are the ambitions? What's is there a goal of how many hotels you would like to have? Are you aiming to be in every country? What's the sort of ambitions?
In the African region, we expect to double this numbers by within 3 years at least, and we expect to have like let's say a hotel in all major African countries. Um, we are very flexible, so and proactive to found new project, new partnership, and but of course we're trying to focus as well on different market, like countries which are really pushing on the tourism, which are really open to expand the number of rooms. For instance, if you take Benin, you have like the goal of the country is very important in putting the tourism inside the budget of the government. So in some countries, they are really improving the number of rooms just by acting proactive, being proactive with the different hospitality brands that they can find.
And you're specifically looking for management contracts or franchise deals. What's the sort of mix that you're looking for?
We have a mix of it. We're
Okay.
looking for a mix. We definitely want to have like franchise everywhere, but if the investor is not, let's say, an ex hotel owner, we try to help him for the good, and we try to let's say propose um, a managed hotel which is more for to let him understand how the hospitality business is. It's a completely different business from what they maybe had in the past.
Yeah.
We had investors coming from diverse sectors, so it's a business that you need to understand and that you need to learn. It's not something that you can discover and start an hotel from scratch. So we try, if we put a franchise, it's because we know that the owner has everything in his hand. Otherwise, we try to manage it with him, and for sure.
Well, obviously, it's going to be quite a pleasure to meet you for the first time in a month or so in the AHIF, the first time that we'll actually meet. And one of the session that you'll be addressing at the event is around local and regional sourcing, the title of which is a bit longer, looking at tariffs and sustainability and yada yada yada. But the reality there is about sourcing, and this is a big issue, or has been a big issue for the continent. What is your perception of sourcing to date? Has it improved? And are we actually seeing the hospitality industry improving in the way that it is sourcing, especially locally?
Honestly, I really hope that this is going to improve, because it's coming from very far. African countries are new for me, and I know that they need to leverage the local sourcing, and it's very important. They need to reduce the imported goods, for sure. They need to reduce and to support the process where they employ local people. I think it's very important. They need to learn. They need to teach everybody locally, and not they don't need to go in Europe just to learn for the hospitality and everything. They need schools. They need university and degrees locally around, maybe in the region. It's very important to increase the local force. This is more for the workforce, and in terms of goods, it's very important to have the supply locally. The transport is a nightmare. It has been a nightmare after COVID. The cost of transportation have been completely crazy in some areas. The price of to get goods from China, from Europe, have been very, very expensive. And in Africa, you need to build and it needs to be done locally and in the region. It's very important for me. And for sure, it's gonna help to reduce the carbon footprint, which is now a big subject everywhere. So we need many things to be done in Africa. Some countries are already pushing on it, and so you see some industry taking place.
Who's doing that well then at the moment?
You have like many countries. They try to put some industries everywhere. If you go in West Africa, that you have like local industries for like even pasta. Some countries are importing 100% of pasta, which is nothing to do. Pasta is something very easy to do. They need to produce it locally. It's not like something special. We're not talking about nuclear physician, and we need to do it inside the region. It's for import tax. You will avoid import tax, which are sometimes crazy in different countries. It needs to be improved, and we need to help the industry. The hospitality industry has a major goal to improve this with the local government, all the development institution, all the local institution need to point the finger on it. It's very important. You will increase definitely employment as well, but just by doing this.
Well, exactly. Well, look, the debate will go on and on as we get closer to AHIF. And Stephane, thank you for joining us today for the podcast. And genuinely really looking forward to meeting you in less than a month now, before
Yes.
we all get together in Nauru. So thanks for joining us today, and
Thank you very
thank
much,
you.
Matthew. Thank you
Take
very
care.
much. Take care.
Bye bye.